Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Kaiiliamm here. In this video, I'm going to be basically showing you tips, effective ways, and strategies of how to practice fast editing on controller, how to become faster on controller, and then overall improve your mechanics on controller. Alright, let's start with number one. So number one is going to be optimal binds. So you want binds that are comfortable to you, and you don't have to take one of your fingers off your joysticks to confirm the edit. Or if you plan to confirm edit on release, it depends. So basically, you want to be able to do edits without taking your finger off. So let's say you have to do this, and your edit button is B. You have to press B, edit, press B, edit. Take out your build mode, which could also be B. So it's also just all messed up basically. So you want to have a bind or a paddle. If you're playing claw, bind, and a paddle, that could basically either pull out your switch mode or help you in some way where you don't have to take your finger off, so that you can edit basically. So that's number one. Number one is going to be optimal binds. So make sure you find good binds, guys. My binds right now is left stick to edit. I do have confirm edit on release. I jump with right stick, and I reset with RB. Okay, moving on to number two. That's it. Fuck. Okay, for me, I think number two is definitely timing. Timing has two Timing is a very important part into editing fast. So basically, when you're going to edit, let's say you're going to do a triple edit, right? Timing. I think timing is a big part of editing fast. A big key part, I'd say, a general part into editing fast on controller. You want to be able to start your edit early. For example, before you start editing, you want to be behind the first structure you place. So whether it's here, you want to start editing here, not on it. Whether it's a stair, you want to start editing before. Second part of timing that I was going to talk about is just overall speed. So a good way to practice this is on single tile edits to get that edit speed up and going. Alright, let's move on to number three. Alright, for number three, I think crosshair placement is a very important part as well, because when editing, you want to make sure you're not doing extra movements. You should try and start as close as you can towards here until you're selecting it. Or if you're just doing a single edit, there's nothing really you could do about that unless stay straight. Let me give you an example of what not to do and what to do. Saw the first edit I did had a lot of movement going on that I didn't need, and the second edit happened a lot more swiftly and smoother and just faster overall. So you want to practice on that crosshair placement, whether it's triple edits, you know, going to the side, jumping out. Basically everything in editing is timing and crosshair placement, and like I said in number one, binds, of course. Alright, we know about this. We know about crosshair placement and timing. Let's move on to number four. Alright, number four is going to be sensitivity. I mean, we all know sensitivity is a big part in fast editing and just playing in general, mechanics, everything. So a good way to test this out for me is, what I like to do is I jump and I spin. And I want to make sure I get back to the center of my joystick before I touch the ground. So I was in the center about here before I touched the ground. You want to make sure you're touching that center of your joystick before you touch the ground. This will set you up for like a nice medium fast sensitivity. I'm obviously not going to get off my sensitivity in this video just for personal purposes, but yeah, you want to make sure your sensitivity is good and comfortable, not too fast, but something you could deal with. Alright, for number five, I'm basically going to be switching over to a different type of topic. When you first switch to, let's say you're making a big switch, let's say you're editing with left stick, and your edit bind before was B, and you confirmed with B. Let's say you're taking a big switch and you're moving to a paddle, and let's say the paddle, whatever it might be, edit, switch mode, just to make you more optimal and not take that thumb off the joystick. It's going to be a long run. It's going to be a long way to go it's gonna be really hard. It's not gonna be easy. So I wanted just to say to not give up, because when I started, like even 3 months in, I was still messing up triple edits. I was still like, here I would fall off and forget my stair bind and everything. It's gonna be hard. So I just wanted to say a word of encouragement, almost, to just don't give up and trust the process. But yeah, that's just basically it. It's just wanted to say that. All right, let's move on to number 6. All right, for number 6, the final one. In fighting, in combat, you want to make sure you're practicing these. Well, not early in. I mean, when you get comfortable. Let's say you get comfortable with triple edits and with your new binds, and you're like, ooh, this feels good, this feels smooth, this feels fast. You want to start implementing that into, let's say, a build battle or a box fight, or any type of fight you're having, because this will make it more comfortable, and you'll develop your combat skills as you're developing your speed. Implementing the fast editing in the fight is definitely a good one. Alright, one more thing I just wanted to say: if you are switching to RB for reset and controller, it is going to be hard. Like I said, do not give up. It's going to take a while, but RB is one of the fastest reset binds on controller. So it's definitely worth it if you're trying to get fast on controller. So that's a big one. That's a big one. Do not give up if you are switching to RB or any other reset bind on controller after you are used to one already, because RB or reset on controller is one of the hardest things to learn. Alright guys, if you did make it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Hopefully you could take something away from this. These 6 things are what I basically did when I first switched, so you could trust me on that. But otherwise, leave a like, comment if you did like this video, and make sure to use code Kaiiliamm in the item shop whenever purchasing cosmetics. Alright, that's it. Peace out.